Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to another dose of anime steroids. I am Yoko Excellencer, your main host for this podcast. I am a little triggered currently because
Good, Yoko.
this pre-podcast was
You
yeah.
know.
All right.
You know.
So with me today we have the Drake of AA, also known as Arzanish.
Hi.
Anything you want to say, Arzanish, for your opening statement?
I like water.
You have the chick who lives in LA that no one really knows, but she's always there. Hello, Selena. How are you?
Everyone knows me. Hi.
Okay.
No.
Your opening statement, if you
Nope.
could give one.
Um,
No. Okay. Well, damn.
I don't know.
We have the Weeble Wizard himself, also known as Brightening.
Who always says no.
Hey guys, I'm Brightening. I'm Pringle and ready to single.
Okay. And then next we have A8's famous Lolly, also known as Conade.
I'm not a lolly.
Wait, Conde's a lolly?
No, I'm not. And I have a
She's a
good attitude.
tsundere lolly.
Mhm.
Okay.
What?
We have A8's probably most loved user, also known as Saya or Miss Soul to some people.
Hi.
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 All right.
Hello.
Well, today we're going to be talking about romance anime, and when romance anime, we're not talking about animes that just have romance in them. We're talking about animes that are mainly focused on romance, and with that in mind, we're also including harems with romance.
Like hentai.
Since we're not going to count hentai, that's for another podcast, but
Dude.
We're gonna make it
Really?
the one
Maybe.
with khaki at.
okay. Anyways, we'll bring in harems since harems are kind of like focused around love, I guess.
I'd like to
They
be the
are.
host for that
They
hentai.
are.
Let's start out first with our great our favorite / what we think are the greatest romance anime, and I'm gonna give my first opinion since I'm the host, so you guys can deal with that. Okay?
Fair.
Kill yourself.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite, I only have one. Let me look. Yeah, I only have like one favorite romance anime. Actually, I have two. Golden Time
Casual.
is my number one favorite. If you haven't seen Golden Time, you should like watch it now. I don't care what you're watching, just drop it and watch it now. It's like the best romance anime I think so far. I know I probably offended a lot of people, but you know that's how it be. And I also like I like Plastic Memories. Like
Oh
that
my
came
god.
that
I like the
came
first
out.
episode of it.
I need to
Plus-
start
I don't
it.
like the rest of it. But
Plastic Memories legit made me cry at the ending. Not many anime have done that to me. So
Yoko,
yeah,
if you cried during Plastic Memories, I suggest watching Claynad.
I'm going to watch Clanad eventually. It's on my
You should.
list.
and it sucks. They all look like
Okay.
goldfish.
Anyone else want to give their favorites?
My favorite anime would probably for a long time. Kimi ni Todoke has always been like one of my most favorite freaking romance animes.
Oh,
And
Bye.
along that
Yes.
genre,
Bye.
Ori Monogatari and Blue Spring Ride.
Bye.
On the note of harems, I also forgot to mention Rosario Vampire.
Oh, kill yourself. Oh, can I say Nisekoi then? I freaking love Nisekoi, guys. Onodera, best girl.
Wait, which Onodera?
The best Onodera.
Because
Freaking
Haru's
Kawasaki.
better than her sister.
Oh, what? Oh. I'm gonna save this for after the podcast because we could be here for about freaking hours discussing
Okay,
this.
yeah. Well, let's fight later.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'll talk about my favorite romance anime. And I don't know, there's just something about romance anime with an age gap that appeals to me. I don't know why. But I see
I know your fetish.
like that one. And I just saw this one, Hotarubi no Mori. I think that's how the title is. I really like that one. But as far as my favorite romance anime goes, I think it would have to be Spice and Wolf by a long
Oh,
shot.
Spice and Wolf.
Yes,
Because-
yes, nice.
Holos Bay, and I just see myself being too similar to Lawrence. So in a lot of ways, I've had a relationship like that in the past, not with an older woman, but with
the
somebody who
furry.
had a similar personality to Holo. So, and when I first watched the show, I wasn't a weeaboo or an otaku to an extent. It was like my third show, and I watched it dubbed. So I really fell in love with it. It was kind of the first romance anime that I watched. So, in many ways, it is still my favorite, even though I recently fell in love with Your Lie in April.
Well,
Yeah,
What was that?
sorry.
Okay.
somebody just puked over there.
You know, Arza, that would be good and all, but it's really too bad that Hutarubi no Morie is a drama instead of a romance
It
anime.
counts as a romance.
What
It
the
counts
fuck
as
are
a
you
romance.
talking about?
It totally counts as a romance.
Can you cut that
Totally a
out?
romance.
That's just my 2 cents, but
All right.
that's just my
No,
two
I
cents.
just watched it. It's a romance.
It's a dramatic romance.
Can I say something regarding that movie?
Like the whole
Yeah,
point
go ahead,
of the
Sasha.
anime is this girl is in love with the
Yeah, it's
spirit,
like a buildup of their
and
relationship.
spoilers, she wants to touch him in a
Ooh.
non-sexual way,
Oh, that movie.
Kinky.
It's
and then that's the whole point. It's a romantic movie.
the buildup, and you can
Okay,
see
yeah,
how they.
I actually remember it now, and you're right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
I'm the idiot. I'm the stupid.
Yes.
I
But
agree.
No, but no,
I
but
agree.
Your Lie in April's a drama.
Okay.
Now
So
he's just trolling.
does anyone of the ladies want to give their favorites?
I
Yeah.
want
All right, Selena, you go.
Okay. So like my all-time favorite would have to be Maid Sama because I mean,
All right. I plan to watch that. Looks good.
and like I mean, there's also Kimi no Todake.
Hey, there you go.
Was a really good romance too.
It was so good. It was so heartwarming.
But a really like good romance anime that I think would focus, I don't know, just tells like a good story would be the F, A Tale of Memories, or
man,
an
I
F, A
forgot
Tale
about
of
that one.
Melodies.
Hmm.
That
My
that
list.
romance anime,
Oh,
like
man.
it just tells such a great story.
It is
Like
so,
if
that
you
was so
have
good.
not watched it, you have to watch it.
That was such a great
It
anime.
really was. Yeah. I watched
You
both and I was
reminded me of
just
that.
so impressed by it. Like it really impresses you like when you watch it.
I
just
remember a
hate
time when I considered F, A Tale of Memories and Melodies, like higher than Clannad because of how freaking touched I was by the freaking story.
I mean, Clan was a good romance, but I mean, I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Yeah. I hear
Planet
ya.
is godlike. Don't diss Planet, please.
I'm not dissing it. I mean, it was good.
All right.
But
Any other
Planet.
ladies?
It made me
Sorry.
cry.
Oh.
To say.
Oh,
Oh
I
no.
mean, crazy.
Either one, just go.
I'm not gonna say it's like the best romance, but I personally favor Oran Haskell Host Club because it's just special to me, and then second would be Maid Sama because just they're very nostalgic and I hold them close to my heart. Does Tokyo Mew Mew count as a romance?
Yeah, no.
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 If it was, that'd be right up there. I mean, there's like three romantic interests, three throughout the series. So
There's
I don't
three? I
know.
thought there was.
Yeah, there's three because she thinks that. I'm not spoiling. Anyway, Oran Haskell Host Club. There you go.
All right. That leaves one.
Okay, so I have my elitist list prepared because
Oh, kill
I
yourself.
am well prepared. Okay, Kemonozume, directed by Yuasa because he's the best. Well, he's not the best. I thought Shipon's the best, but Yuasa is great. Planets, Karikano, Nodame Cantabile, Razafon, Nana, Kimuro no Soja Erin, Emma, and Rosa Versailles. And I'm only going to really talk about one because otherwise I'll take up too much time.
Well,
My
ouch.
favorite of these is Nodame Cantabile because I'm a classical music nut and I used to play competitively and it hits hard, even though it's a comedy, a romantic comedy.
Is it bad that I never heard of any of these?
Yes.
No, it's the elitist list. It's the elitist list, and so
If you're
all the elitists
into
are gonna be
romance,
like,
Kind
okay.
of, it's kind
if you're in,
off the elitist list because otherwise, I'd say something like Tatami Galaxy.
I mean, if you like romance
Because that
enough,
is not a romance.
you'll end
just
up
saying.
finding these romance animes. Like, if you're into the genre a lot, you'll end up finding these.
All right.
Yeah, Kanade, I definitely agree with that list. Actually, I haven't watched all of those, but I definitely have seen like scenes from like Nana and Nodame Cantabile that definitely wants me to watch those shows.
Well, like every other genre, they have shows that represent them. What shows do you think like represent the romance genre? Like, what shows do you think most people think of when you think of the romance genre in anime?
Maid Sama.
Really?
Well,
I thought Toradora, yeah.
well, I guess. But Maid Sama
It's
to
like-
me.
I think Toradora is probably like the most popular one out of all of them.
For me, I'd consider
No. It would be
I'd consider like
Clan.
Toradora and Toradora, Orin High School Host Club, Cleanad, and there was like one more.
Blissman Ride's pretty well known.
No, those three are the ones that I think of when I think of romance.
No.
Well, I mean, Clan is like the most one that everyone knows. So, I mean, and the story is romance.
I feel like Toradora is the first that comes to mind.
Mm.
I don't know. Just
All
I
right.
say Maid Sama, just because it's like my favorite.
Well, romance, and I guess we'll bring in shoujo as well, also has quite a bit of cliches that I bet we can like bring up. Is there any cliches you like or hate that are in romance and shoujo and stuff?
I hate.
how shallow they all are.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate.
Does he like me back? That's literally 90% of the genre.
Oh, I hate.
Oh, shoujo anime, huh? That is. Oh my
No,
gosh.
I hate how long it takes everyone to confess to the person. Cause like it's like 12
Like-
episodes in and they like
Like the
confess.
entire show is pretty much them leading up to confessing, and I absolutely
Yeah.
hate that.
Like
Like
if
I
they
want to see the
Wait, what-
relationship. I'm talking about like cliches, like the ones we hate and the ones we like as well.
Oh, I have something to say about that.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna bring up something else.
Well, you guys can finish.
I was gonna say, you know, Selena, your favorite romance is Maid Sama, right?
Yeah, no, I know.
I think why I was so attracted to Maid Sama compared to most other romances because unlike most of the main female protagonists, she really didn't give a crap, you know, about all the other stuff, and she could stand up for herself when all other shoujo maidens, like I'm not saying all of them, but most with the traditional are kind of like weak and they kind of just
Yeah.
fall for the guy so simply and easily, and then there's the love triangles and say I love you just now.
Yeah. I
But
just like, I liked how like much Tamaki not Tamaki. How much Usui
Yeah.
tried. How much Usui tried to
Get her
to like get her attention, to go for her, to get her to like her. Like he never actually forced anything on her. He just like was always just there for her whenever she needed him.
Yeah, sticking to her side like glue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That the maid shot. The maid.
I think it was the build up that made like those monumentous moments in their relationship so awesome and exciting for the viewers. Because you're like, yes, finally. You know, it wasn't some stressful build up. It was enjoyable to watch them grow closer. You know.
All right.
Well, I think as far as cliches go, the true appeal of romantic anime lies within its ability to agree with us on a personal level. So when we watch it, we associate ourselves with the protagonist, and in doing so, we find ourselves being swayed by the various emotionally exciting situation our hero gets in. This leads us to getting hooked to it, and that's why it becomes the favorite genre for most engrossed viewers. In that sense, I find cliches like the innocent, oblivious, geeky, totally sexless male lead. Did I say male lead? Anyways, male lead to be super. At the same time, I find cliches like tsunderes somewhat gratifying because just like women like men who play hard to get, some men like women who try their best to hide their feelings, even though they're bad at it. So are cliches a bad thing? I don't know. I like them personally. I do dislike them at certain points. Like every romance anime, or at least every harem anime, has to have a beach episode which doesn't
Yeah, the
further the
beach
plot
pull-ups.
at all. It's totally a big waste of time.
It is.
So, but at times it can be enjoyable. So I feel it's really the cliches, the corny bits that make a romance anime what it is. If a story is able to implement that in a good way, in a gratifying way, then that's what differs quality from a good romance anime and a bad romance anime.
All right.
Wait. I forgot to mention one romance anime that like is like the perfect romance anime in my opinion was Itazura no Na Kiss
Oh,
because with that anime, like it like showed their like pretty much their whole life in that one anime. It showed from their high school years to their college years to their future. It didn't just show high school. It showed every step of the way you grow in a relationship, and it showed it showed how they grew together.
Lana did the same thing.
She died. She doesn't get
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
You can delete that.
You
You can
have to
delete
put that
that.
at the
But...
All right.
beginning.
All right. Let's
Keep that in.
continue, shall we?
Oh.
So that people can hate on Selena.
Wait, can I bring up something else or no?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Really fast. Okay. Because the worst part is most shoujo try to start out with something groundbreakingly unique that isn't groundbreakingly unique at all. For example, cool guy and nerdy or kind of awkward girl for shoujo. There happens so much it's not even funny. And then they all follow the same path. Like literally they all have like the same story arcs, character types. Like there's the friend who at first is jealous and then turns out to be the friend afterwards. And then the cool rival that everyone thinks should be with the main guy, but is actually kind of a bitch. That so bad.
Oh, there's also
They're also skin deep.
There's also the one that always tries to ruin the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Always. There's always that one person.
The deepest they go is, I just wanted to hold hands with him. I wanted him to say, I love you. That's so bad.
When they all just, but they're not
so
like
shallow.
they're just bitches who like want them for themselves.
In romance anime, most times when there's a female lead, she'll be really shy and reserved, and when there's a male lead, he'll be really nerdy and clueless. And I think those are just tropes that we have with romance anime. And for once, I'd like a story where the guy and the girl are both confident in themselves, and then they come together in some mysterious, magical way. But I think that's wishful thinking, because that's never gonna happen.
Nodame Cantabile, kind of.
Right.
Maid-sama.
Well,
Nodame Cantabile.
with so many cliches, like Kanade said, it can make a show really bad and predictable. And with the romance genre, like any other genre, comes a lot of bad romance anime. So, what are your guys' least favorite / romance anime you think are completely shitty that no one should watch and they should just like burn in hell?
I think. Okay, you go first.
I, for one, like whenever it's romance related, I always usually like it, unless it like has romance and a genre I don't like. But if it focuses mainly on romance, I always end up liking it just because it's my favorite genre. So if it's your favorite genre, I don't think you can find something you dislike in it, unless it connects with a different genre, too.
Rosario Vampire.
I like that anime.
Well, it's a good anime, but just how the show is in general is just
I
bad.
get it.
It's
I still like that
fan
anime.
service. I don't know what you get.
I mean, I can deal with fan service, so I like it, and I like the mix of genres in that too. So that's why I like it.
All right. No one else
I-
has any.
I got it. I got a lot.
I'm gonna talk about one that I know Audrey hates too. Say I Love You It's an absolute piece of shit that anybody who with a brain should not watch.
Yeah.
The show is one of the most overused concepts of romance that you will ever come across. Literally, you could ask a 5-year-old kid to write a romance story and you'd have this show. There's nothing at all that's memorable about it. It doesn't leave you with a sense of awe. There's no underlying plot that you could ever hope to, unearth. And you could literally summarize the whole story in one sentence. All in all, the story's shit. The main character isn't likable at all. You don't feel sorry for her. You just feel that she's a wimpy little bitch. And her opposite guy is just way too good looking and cool to ever even in real life consider hanging out with such a dork. So for him to go after her when she's spending her time alone and underneath weird ass trees playing with cats and ask her how her day went is just totally unbelievable. Nobody would ever be that stupid. That would be social suicide. I'm not saying that I would do that.
Say I love
'cause
you,
it's
haters.
me,
Savage.
but I just
Dang.
really hate that show. It's so
I
stupid.
I actually agree with you on the Say I Love You. I mean, it wasn't that good of a romance, but I wouldn't say I hate that anime. But I mean, it really wasn't that good of a romance. Like,
Okay,
Even the dialogue, it's just
it was just boring. I don't know.
it's time
I don't
for
know.
Kanade versus the world. First of all, I hate Kimi no Todoke. And
that anime.
half of it is
Well-
chibi reactions. It's not.
No,
And
like I
They're
like
both
the
so
second season.
boring.
I like the second season so good.
Can I bring up a certain romance?
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
absolutely just don't like it all. Okay, I'm sure the boys haven't watched this but have heard of it. It's called Brothers Conflict. And
Bless your soul.
Listen,
All reverse harm suck.
yeah, Audrey, listen. The character designs are gorgeous. I love the character designs, like, oh my god. But the story is complete shite. Like, I don't like it. It's just kind of fan service to girls, like
Right.
animation wise. So
Bright, is there you haven't talked in a while, is there any romance anime you hate or think is trash? Or harems? Either one? Pretty much all harems?
Like, what is your least favorite romance anime or an anime you hate?
Oh.
can't be a hentai. I'll know.
One
She
that I
will.
really, really, really hated, huh?
Don't say it.
That's a good question. I don't really think that hard about shows I hate. I'd probably say, that one show with the guy whose name is Onodera. Except it's an actual guy.
Oh wait,
It's a yaoi show.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Oh yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah,
Oh,
wouldn't
I
count.
think yeah.
I'm not sure which
Does that
one.
not count?
No.
No.
We're just including Yaoi and Yuri for another podcast.
We talk about
Ooh.
Jujuai.
Well, I'm a huge sucker for romance anime. So basically every single romance anime I watch to
Right.
the end, enjoy the heck out of it.
Bright's like me. Bright's like me.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's exactly
don't
what
know.
I said.
I don't freaking know.
Okay. Wait, and lastly, I'm just gonna say that I hate everything by Key, which includes Clannad, Angel Beats,
Kill yourself.
Charlotte.
No, not Angel Beats.
I'll
I-
let
I-
you borrow
I
my
didn't-
news. You can
I
kill
love
yourself.
Angel
Erica.
Beats.
I didn't consider Angel Beats a romance.
Oh,
My connection's
Air,
crap.
Canon, those both suck
Dude,
too.
Clannad is. What's up with all the Clannad hate in this group?
I said, oh wait, did I say Clan?
I have no opinion on it. I've never
I
seen
said
it.
Angel Beats. I said
Apparently,
Angel
people
Beats.
don't like Clannad.
Oh,
This
look.
is news to me.
The
I
character
thought
is
Clannad was
crying.
universally acclaimed or something.
No. The character is crying. Let's play sad music. Suddenly it's tragic. No.
No, I cried in Clannad. It's not a big deal.
I think it's just overhyped. Like it's
Yeah.
overhyped than what it should be.
Okay,
No.
'Cause
I
That kills a lot of
Clan?
anime.
you guys
How
are
do you guys?
misinformed.
cry over
Clannad after story
goldfish.
is the actual sad part. You might have dropped it after Clannad.
No, I
Because
saw
the
after
first
story,
series, I can agree,
and I
wasn't
cannot
as
cry
because the
over
first series is
goldfish.
completely harrowing. It's Clannad after story is where shit actually goes down and you start to bawl.
Yeah, that was better than Clan. I mean, I honestly like Clan After Story more than Clan. Because, I mean, Clan was just your basic.
The same.
No, because Clan was basically your typical every romance anime because they were in high
And
school.
Clannad After Story was typical forced drama.
But they had a kid. Like they actually like evolved the storyline.
That was really forced
Clannad,
drama.
you can't
still.
tell me you did not cry or shed even a single tear
I didn't, because it was
during that scene
horrible.
in the field where
I
Ushio
didn't,
loses her
because it was
toy.
horrible.
How'd she
Alright.
even lose her toy too? Like how do you lose a toy?
She
If it's your only
Alright.
toy, but you're only playing with one toy. How do you lose that one toy?
Dude,
Well-
she would just have the toy in her hand and be like, "Blah," and she looked to the left because it was a butterfly, and then she looked back and the toy was gone. Or some spirit took it away. It's anime. It was just lost it.
Yeah. Magical robot toy walked away on its own.
Thanks for
thing is, she
telling
felt bad.
the world about the plot hole.
Spoilers. Oh, that's true. We spoiled Clan. But I mean, okay. I think Clan was already spoiled a long time ago.
Well, nobody could have predicted that ending. Like, what the hell was
Oh,
the...
wait, do you mean
could've
the ending or the
predicted
true
that
ending? Wait, do you mean the
The
ending or
true
the true ending? Oh, the true ending? I like the
The
true
true
ending.
ending that we already spoiled earlier in this podcast?
No. That
No,
was
we
like
didn't say the
episode
true ending.
16-ish. I even remember
Okay.
the episode she died in because it was so sad. I
Oh.
can't believe you guys...
No, you guys are talking about that. I was talking about what happened after they finished Clan, and like, okay, this is like complete spoilers, but I mean, what happened
I
after
think we
Clan?
need to just skip the clan ad because nobody's gonna agree.
Alright.
right now.
Let's move forward, okay? This is not the Clannad podcast, it's the romance podcast.
Well, you
Okay.
know what? I changed it.
Yeah.
Can I just talk about my favorite ship real quick?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Next we're talking
I
about
just remembered ships.
Wow, right. Your connection.
Right? Type it.
I know, it's really cringe.
My,
An update.
Anyways, with
My
romance
favorite ship.
anime, obviously comes with some ships. And with some ships, there's obviously some ships that we support. And I just have to say, I don't think I ship anybody really in anime. Actually, yes, I do. Again, Golden Time. I'm gonna ship Coco and Bonri. Yes, because that's the main ship, and like I'm casual, so
Does Bonri want some of Coco's puffs?
yes, he does.
See.
I'm a big supporter of the relationship that was in My Bride is a Mermaid,
Mm.
and
Mhm.
I do ship Soul and Maka, but that's not a romance anime, so I'm not gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So many
Um,
ships, so many different animes.
Yes. Other than
My-
that, though, I would say the only one I ship. I have one more. The only one I ship is from Rosario Vampire. So it's a nice Mocha and the main dude. Yeah, whatever his name was.
Oh, when she doesn't like change the
Yeah.
Rosario. Mm,
Those are all my ships.
yeah. I mean,
My favorite
side
ship
ships. Go, Isaac.
has
Go,
to be. My favorite ship has to be Tamotsu and Pico from Boku no Pico. Thank you very much.
Awesome, dude. Nice. Nice shit. Can I go now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure, Bryce.
Cool.
Are you gonna
My
say
favorite
Sakura
ship of
Kid?
all time would have to be freaking Jotaro and Dio from the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure series.
From Durara, we have Silky X Shinra. Okay. What else?
I think you name like every single thing.
No,
That is
it's
the whole
so much.
podcast.
Oh,
That
wait,
is
and
the whole
Pokemon.
podcast.
No, for the Pokemon manga. I know it's not a manga, but like, just let me have my moment here. Okay, Red X Yellow. Thank you. Ruby X Sapphire. I'm done. Peace. Okay.
I also forgot to mention for ships. I forgot to freaking mention, like, I'm a freaking stupid head, but I forgot to mention my favorite ships from anime would probably have to be Congo, and freaking Bismarck. Gotta love Bismarck. Gotta love the brand new Iowa. She's one of my favorite ships.
Oh.
And gosh, I'm such a weeb.
You're not.
They're from
Alright.
they're from console, but they're not a romance anime. I'm sorry.
Oh wait, can I
Sofu,
say one more?
got all
Yeah.
your ships together.
Okay, yeah, I got them. What's it called? Okay, from Princess Tutu, I got Duck and Fakir. And from The World is Still Beautiful, I have Nike and Levy. Yeah. And My Little Monsters, Haru and Shizuku. And then
Yeah.
Toradora, Taiga, and Ruji. I think that's how you say his name.
Ryujin.
Yeah.
Ryujin.
Cute.
My turn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Those are my favorite ones.
Okay, so Monogatari. The obvious one, Ararararagi and Senjogahara, because she's best girl after Kaiki, because Kaiki is best girl.
Alright.
Oh wait, we had to stick to romance, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Or harems.
Nodame Kantabile again then. Chiaki and Nodame, they're the best. They're the best, except Chiaki's the worst.
They're the best.
Nodame's
Kanade,
the
can you
best.
play Desu, please? Kanade, can you please say Desu before you finish?
After the podcast.
Please, during the podcast, I want to hear. I'm sure everyone wants to hear you say Desu.
No.
No.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Whatever.
Alright, so that leaves one. Selena.
Hold on, let me look them up. 'Cause, like,
You had all this time.
I know, I was doing something else. Hold on.
No.
Yes.
Wait,
Okay.
Yeah. Get your first one. I already know what your first one's gonna be.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Okay, so as you all know, I said Maid-sama a lot, but Misaka x Usui is like just the best ship ever. Or like, I don't know, I just really like their ship. And then for our Blue Spring Ride, the main characters, I ship those two. Oh, and
Alright.
Inuyasha, always shipped Kagome and Inuyasha. They were just, no. It was always Kagome and Inuyasha from the beginning. In Fairy Tail, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I don't ship Lucy x Natsu. I ship Lucy x Gray.
Today. Yeah.
Yes, I ship them.
This podcast has gone to crap.
Jerza.
Rip this podcast.
Jalal and Urza.
And,
I
Yeah, you
don't
talk
I
about
don't ship
Fairytale.
Lucy into Gray. I even wrote a blog for Minishi's tag team shipping thing for Lucy into Natsu. So I totally disagree with Selena, and that ship can die.
no, I like that ship. I don't know.
That ship runs with the Titanic and freaking
Alright,
sinks.
let's move forward, guys.
Okay, I get
Okay.
a little bit of hate
Yoko
in the
wants to say
comments.
something.
Okay.
To the deepest ocean.
Gosh.
Let it sink.
Yes.
So is that all your ships, Selena?
I probably have a lot more, but not off the top of my
Alright,
head, so
let's move forward
blend
then.
it.
We're going to move on to the final topic of this podcast, and probably the deepest one. They'll probably hit all our kotoros, or whatever the frick you pronounce it.
Coco.
Yes. Kokoro Connect, yes.
What?
What?
And basically, is love in anime close to love in real life? And can you learn from romance anime? Does anyone want to start with this?
I think.
I could start.
I was just like, I was
I mean that
You said you like
romance in anime does relate closely to real life.
Part of
as
society,
far
don't you
as
understand? Are you
emotional-
deaf?
What? I'm not going first? Okay.
Sayo was gonna
You're like,
start.
Psy goes first.
I was like
Sorry.
freaking.
I apologize.
Kanade.
Hmm?
Are you there? Okay, you
Yeah.
told me you really liked Kare Kano, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what was so attractive about that anime was how much they struggled within their relationship, and I feel like that was so I feel like that in a sense was realistic to real life relationships because you could just totally see their struggles and like whether it was trust or just little things here and there that you struggle with in real relationships, and I want to get Kanade's opinion on that with realistic stuff.
I disagree with you. I do not think
Really?
romance in anime is similar to romance in real life.
But comparing it to that anime, like that's the closest.
Yes.
For me,
It's
that's
one
the
of the
closest I've got
closest,
That's what I was meaning. That's what I was
Real
going to say.
life romance it's more slowly progressive. Like it's a lot more subtle. It's not that out there. And in real life, we have social pretense, and the barriers are way more up there than it is in anime, because they really don't.
I agree with Kamade. I was just saying, with that anime, because I knew she likes it, I feel like that's the closest that I've ever seen an anime get to, like, being, like, really, like, similar in a way. The rest of them just kind of seem like they can look, oh yeah, this is just like this. I know exactly how she feels. When in reality, you really don't, you know?
Right.
Comparing yourself to, like, their situations.
So
That's
ours.
background noise, though.
It's a plane.
Oh, is it my turn?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm of the opinion that romance in anime does relate closely to real life as far as emotional exchanges go, but there are limitations since everything in the anime realm is mostly perfect, and it's sadly not like that in reality. We might not always get the
Wait,
perfect.
pause here. White Album 2, romance anime in which. Okay, never mind. That'll be spoiling. But keep going. It's not always perfect.
Well-
Let's just leave it at that.
Well, we're never gonna get the perfect date, right? What does perfect even mean, right? So we're not always gonna get the perfect date, and we might not always have the perfect chance and opportunity to be with our soulmate whom we incidentally bump into. But that doesn't mean that romance shows don't help us explore that exciting world. They help those of us who are romantically handicapped, I would say, take that first step, and for those of us who are heartbroken, they help us regain that faith in the purity of people and the purity of love as an emotion. Obviously, the challenge for an anime is how closely it can relate to real world romanticism, and sometimes shows do achieve this end splendidly. So, is romance in anime close to that in real life? I believe to a certain degree it is, and we could all definitely learn from it if we find ourselves in the unfortunately awkward position of being romantically illiterate. Ball sack.
Arza,
Oh, I wanted to say
Arza,
something.
if you were a girl, I'd want you to have my babies. If I were,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, I want to say
There's
something.
one thing I really kind of disagree with
What's
Sorry.
on you
Rosa
now?
here is
I'll
I
have your
don't.
babies.
Alright.
Bright X Arza. Bright X Arza.
Turn this podcast into a romance anime right now.
Yes.
Looks like we got new shit going on.
Wait.
Get out the tentacle.
Okay. I don't think it's
Totally
not.
get this.
It doesn't. It's an inaccurate representation. Like, I don't think I've seen any anime that could like accurately describe true love because there's nothing that goes deep enough.
All right.
I haven't seen
I
anything
But then again,
that
what is true love?
exemplifies
Does true
that.
love even exist?
Wait,
Okay,
Arza.
let's not go that deep.
That's deep, but we don't need to go that deep.
No,
Yeah,
but like something more substantial, not even
All right. So
nothing gets there.
Yeah, I wanted to make a comment on what Arza said.
I
I
can
think
feel the tingling.
romance in anime is
But
very
people
innocent.
just freaking keep talking.
just keep going. Go, Saya. Go.
Go.
Just go.
Okay. So I agree with the idea of what Arza said, that not the main idea, but like what he said about it of romance. I agree that in anime, romance is what you want it to be, not what it is in real life. Because in real life, there's problems, there's fights, there's little stuff that gets to you. But in anime, they don't really show how much a fight can affect someone or how much a fight really is, because mostly fights will lead to breakups. But in anime, the fights always get resolved and they don't break up, because who would watch an anime with a fight and they just break up? End the anime. I don't think they would make an anime like that.
I'd have to agree with that. Disagree with that one, actually.
All right.
There are animes that actually confront topics of arguments, such as Ori Monogatari. There's certain miscalculations and misunderstandings that cause and lead them to fight. And in the anime, such as A Tale of Memories and Melodies. There's certain.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
actually
bring up
agree with
White Album 2 really
Bright at
fast.
this juncture
One of the
because
most
there's this one
realistic
anime shuffle
ever.
that absolutely sucks.
Oh, I
But
like
Oh,
Shuffle.
oh yeah,
I like
it really does suck.
I like
I
the
hate it. I
that
hate their
sticks out
ears.
to
Their
me
ears
is that,
annoy me.
right? And then there's that one scene where that girl that he lives with, she just goes nuts. And
Oh,
that
yeah.
scene sticks out to me because that girl can't fathom the fact that the guy isn't in love with her and he likes the green-haired girl who has cancer. And so
She doesn't
what
have
Selena said,
cancer.
it totally, goes against what you said
But
because
okay.
anime does mature anime for a more mature audience does at times drive its plot towards that end where they argue. That's dramatic impact that they sure they would come back together. Sometimes they don't even come back together. But that's dramatic impact, which I think is important for a romance anime to be successful.
All right,
Yeah,
Kanade.
but
She's been trying to say something for a while.
oh.
I've already talked.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay. Then yeah, go Selena.
But okay, the more mainstream anime is what I was gonna get to. The mainstream animes do not really show, or like the more popular ones don't really show it. The more popular ones that everyone wants to see is the ones that they end up together, they're perfectly in love, they're perfectly happy.
Yeah.
The
Right.
ones that aren't as mainstream, I think they show it way more. But to connect it to real life, I mean, sometimes it can connect, but sometimes it can't. It depends on what situation with what.
All right.
Think about the Garden of Words. That romance was completely unresolved.
And think about White Album 2. It's
Oh my
the cutest
goodness.
ending ever.
All right. I'm gonna say my opinion on the matter. So I feel like when it comes is there shows that like it relates to it in real life. I feel like anime cannot display all the little emotions that you feel when you're actually in a relationship with that partner. I guess that's kind of cliche to say, but they can't like explain how you're feeling and everything like that. Like sure they can say it and they can sort of show it, but they can't like do everything. But like they can't show everything that it's in a relationship. The only thing they can do, I think, is show situations in which a relationship can be in. And the only anime I think I've watched where I've actually sort of related with those situations in a way was Golden Time, as much as people hate me bringing it up, because I know many people who also agree with me that there are some things in Golden Time that can kind of be relatable, and that's why I like Golden Time in the first place, because to me, out of the short list of romance animes I've seen, it is probably the most quote unquote realistic one.
Oh
But
yeah, you're right. There's definitely scenes where the actual people are in a relationship and they have like these sort of conflicts that come in between them and the feelings that they experience.
but over time, I feel like just an anime can't show how a relationship can do that. Though, can you learn from the romance genre? Definitely. I think that I think it really depends on your partner, and I'm saying this in a male perspective because I've met girls who have said that like they like dudes who read shoujo because they like some of those cliches that they do and all that, but some of them don't like the cliches. I think it really depends on who your partner is and whether or not you're actually going to do these, I guess you could say, quote unquote, weebish things that you see in these anime and stuff, and you want to try to actually do it. So really, I think it really depends on the partner and how she feels about it. I guess that's how
Totally up to like the expectations of everyone involved.
yeah. Phil, you haven't said anything. You had any?
Okay, so I would like to say something, like comments about everything that somebody said. Like, I think Arza said, what is perfection real or like true love? And that all depends. It sort of does, but that all really depends on the person. Like, your perfect can be different than my perfect. Like, we have different
It's all perspective.
opinions, yeah, and such.
But I
So
don't think there is such a thing as perfect. Perfection doesn't exist.
yeah, but it's not
definitely.
like it's not the same. It's not unified. But okay, so and then how Selena said that most, like, mainstream or popular anime don't really focus on, like, the seriousness of a love relationship. Well, yes, I agree with that, but the reason why they don't is because their main, like, factor trying to, like, about the anime isn't all about romance, so they just, like, slide into it, but they don't, like, get in detail. That's why. So they're, like, more about the action or thrill adventure. That's all they do. And she brought up a point where, like, sometimes, like, the main character and either boy or girl that you would, like, they don't break up. I would have to disagree on that because, like, I
I'm gonna
know
rebuttal that. I need to
there's this
rebuttal
one
that.
anime. What?
I need to rebuttal that because while I was saying that, an anime came to mind, which was Bokura ga Ita, which in the end, spoilers, sorry, in the end, they don't actually end up together. They actually do end up breaking up, and that anime actually, I think, does depict how an actual relationship also can go too, because the anime itself, they aren't all together throughout the whole entire anime.
Yeah. Well, I've, like, read so much manga, like shoujo or romance. I wish I could go into that, but it's, like, anime, this topic. But there's this anime that I watched. It's called Boys Over Flowers, and it is the main character. She falls in love, like,
Wait,
Oh, I know
isn't
that
that
one.
Korean drama?
Yeah, that one. And it has, like, four sort of main dudes, and she, like, falls in love with one of them, but it, like, doesn't sort of really work out with them because, like, she finds out his true points of view, and then she, like, switches over to a different dude, and she notices that she has lots of things in common with him, or, like, they get together and they're all happy. But, like, the
But
whole question
Boo.
that, yeah.
But that anime isn't really a mainstream anime. Not a lot of people do know about it since it is
Yeah, I know.
old and it was
That's
made.
the whole point. Like, the reason why, if you get in depth with romance or shoujo, they're gonna obviously get more serious about, like, their relationship. But if you go to, like, a mainstream or a
Not
popular show, it's gonna, like, not really focus on it that much. It's just gonna say, yeah, they're together, but, like, we don't really put much in depth about their relationship. But I was just, like, gonna say that's just sort of the main point, that if anime is close to love in real life, I would have to disagree. No, because, like, the generation now is kind of, like, failing in love, and all they want to, like, it's just
they are.
they all are. You gotta admit. Okay, they just want to be in a
friends.
relationship. You
I
should be in a
mean,
relationship and think
My
about the
friend.
future
your
with your partner, and
generation,
not just
not
because you
my
want to be in
generation.
love.
Not
Okay.
your generation, but our generation is actually like
All right. We're
failing.
getting really off topic.
No, I'm just
Yes.
saying, and because, like, I'm trying to connect this to anime. Hold up. And then, so, like, they anime focus more on, like, how they want to be together all the time, and there's just so many, like, things that you don't really focus on in real life that they talk about. But, like, there's some sort of situations, like, they won't have the same concept or idea. Like, I'm not gonna go shoot, I don't know, like, attack some dude with my magical powers, but, like, I can obviously have the same feelings as what they tried to make you interpret. But yeah.
All right. And then
Okay.
right?
Narnia.
Like, I
Can I
get
add my 2 cents now?
Yeah, you're the last
Yeah.
one. Go ahead.
Okay.
Didn't Koi
Here's
say
my
that?
thoughts about love relating back to real life in anime. Okay. So, real life love is fake, and that's why 2D girls are the best romance you could possibly get.
Right, your
This is
serious
why-
answer. Your serious answer.
standing ovation for Bright.
My remaining answer is me and Karen have been in a really long relationship for the past
God.
year, and it's been going pretty well. We haven't had any arguments that much. She kind of got a little bit upset when Ellen Baker got into the situation, but she has forgiven me for all these things, and I can proudly say that 2D girls are much better than real life girls. Thank you.
But
The only
you
reason
didn't
you
answer
say
the
that is because
question.
you can't get real life
Can't get-
girls.
You're gonna say 3D.
No.
I was
But
about
the
to say that, you know.
girls won't nag you. That is a fact.
Wait,
Saya,
girls on what?
you didn't say much. You wanna put something in on this?
I agree with everyone. Except for
Hey,
Brent.
yeah!
Yeah.
Good on
Wait,
you.
don't
Right.
Brian.
Yeah,
All right.
I
Saya.
don't
Good.
like a walk after that.
This podcast is getting
Happiness
very
and
long,
bunnies.
so it's about
I don't
time to
think it-
end it.
Actually,
So-
it wasn't that long.
Let's
No.
No,
let's
I
give
like
our
this
closing
topic.
statements. I'm gonna give mine first. So my closing statement is basically we tried to make this one shorter, but this last topic kind of like doubled the time. So we apologize.
Yoko, you know they're gonna hate on it anyways for it being
Yeah.
more than 45 minutes long.
Hey, I want to say something about romance anime.
I know we'll get to
about romance anime.
patience is a virtue. Okay.
Okay.
And all I got is, and the last thing I want to say in my closing statement is that love is a beautiful thing, but it takes time, so don't rush it. Yeah. You want to go ours? We'll go with me.
I think I watch a lot of anime. I watch all kinds, all genres. I don't have a specific that I think is my favorite. So for me, romance anime, I would look at it objectively, and I think it's a good genre. Some people don't watch it because they don't want to watch lovey-dovey stuff, according to them. They don't know what they're missing out. So if you're one of those people who are idiotic enough to say that, please give the romantic genre a chance, even though
Yeah, romance is like
true
my
love does
favorite
not
genre.
exist and perfect love does not exist. But that's just my opinion on it.
All right, Selena, your closing statement.
I want to say that if you're out if you're just started watching romance anime, don't only watch the popular ones, but watch the a little bit older ones, because not all of them are good, but there are quite a few that are actually really good from older, from maybe 2000 and below, or 2005
Yeah.
and below. And
It doesn't
you
matter
should
about
give
the
it a try.
animation. Still watch it.
Yeah, because the story itself is just really touching.
All right, Saya.
I really like romance.
So it has to be related to romance. Okay.
No, just give your closing statement. You can say anything.
Ellen Baker is waifu of 2016.
Oh, we could have said anything?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ellen Baker
No,
is
you had your
president.
chance.
You
You had your chance. You had your chance.
Selena for president. Selena for president.
Vote on it.
I'd vote. Okay.
Boku no Pico, my favorite anime of all time.
Oh, 10 out.
There you
Oh, I might
I don't
review a
remember
review on
guys'
that.
names being Kanade. I'm
Oh
sorry.
my goodness, let Saya talk.
Huh? Okay.
Did Saya not talk already?
So let's do a review on Boku no Pico. I mean, we could do a collaboration here, Arza.
Oh.
Yeah. See,
You need to go. No, Arza. No. Arza, you're not allowed to do work.
Okay.
You have to go study.
Oh yeah, I'm on a
Okay.
hiatus.
Saya,
Quote
no,
unquote
you can't encourage him.
hiatus.
Don't encourage him to
Fine,
blog.
you can
No
watch Boku no
blogs.
Pico with me, Selena.
No,
Okay.
me and Saya, we are the Boku no Pico date.
No,
Said.
me and Saya are
No,
me and
Disneyland.
Saya are sisters.
Wait.
Okay, you guys can
yeah.
watch it together. I've already seen it 100 times.
Okay. We
Well,
should finish the closing statements.
Go Kanade.
Okay, so love is a lie. It's a chain of hormonal reactions that impairs judgment and inhibits potential. Bye.
Okay. Right.
You forgot Desu.
Well, guys, thank you for watching this wonderful podcast. I apologize for my connection halfway through, but we managed to get through it anyways. So thanks for bearing for that. Onodera is the best girl in Nisekoi, and
Yeah, Haru.
2D waifus for waifu.
Okay, and Fu.
Sure.
Right's my favorite guy.
Yeah, peace out.
Okay. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Anime Steroids, and as always, have a nice day.